And we're back. Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal, here to make you have some Ethan Bon feels this time around, because we're in a bit of an urgent situation here. Our tragic orange-haired son actually went off and did something that was probably the worst possible thing to do, so we're gonna actually save real quick before I forget. And we need to basically go save our son before he does something that results in another tragedy, or we have another loss in the family. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and mark Alex's house on the map after talking to Maps in here. Thank you very much. Because I actually kind of forgot how to get to his house. Because I haven't played this game in a while, before this LP. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and drop by the house real quick to show you what happened to Lucas after Alec gave him a scolding. So looks like he's hanging out here with Boney. Dad, sob, and then Boney's just gonna whine, yeah. So they're not really up to anything, but I know some people just go straight to Alex's house after the previous scene. But I recommend just kind of trying to, well, not even recommend, I personally like to check up to see what happens to people when the plot advances, because it looks like Lucas has just been hanging out here crying the whole time. Which is, I guess, kind of how everyone's described him. But anyway, so we're actually not going to do that much this part. We're going to get ready to go to Alex's house, because we have another boss fight coming up, if you can't tell. So, we need to get geared up, and we're going to drop by the Thomas Bazaar. Flint, I'm sorry I was so useless. Anyway, this is the Village Bazaar. If you need anything, just go ahead and take it. So this is one of the neat parts about Tazmily Village, is that they actually don't have a traditional economy. You basically, they just share everything with each other. So all these items and these equipables that we're grabbing right now, are items people just found in the forest and felt someone else could use them, someone like us. So we're gonna go ahead and make use of them. And they actually don't have money in this village. The Yaddo Inn, this place right here, actually doesn't charge money. You can just stay here if you want to. And if you notice, people just tend to give each other stuff a lot, as you saw when we got the nut bread earlier from, I think her name is Nan, I don't remember her name, from the woman in the house above us. But anyway, and that's actually an important thing to think about when you think about Tazmily Village, is it starts off like a relatively egalitarian village, I guess. Everyone has, I guess, some sort of role to an extent, but it's not really set in stone. And as you saw, they have a sheriff's office, but they don't have any crime here until Flint kinda wailed on those other two people in one of the previous parts. So, just think about where they started off now. They don't use money, they kind of share everything with each other, and they help each other out. And we'll see how that progresses throughout the game. But anyway, hey dog. Wow, I'm so happy you take time out of your day to talk to stray dogs. It's very nice of you, Flint, you're a nice character. Anyway, this is Scamp. Something's not right in this village, I can feel it, but that's just me talking to myself. Oh, Flint, good of you to come. You weren't the one who taught my cute little Myra all those unsavory words, right? And that is Myra, the parrot. So Scamp is an old man with a pet parrot, and apparently a teddy bear that he likes a lot. Let's see if there's anything back here for us. No items for us to take. Oh well. And if you go down here and you explore a bit, because again, you don't actually have to go here, it's unnecessary for the plot, you can see that there's someone we have not seen before next to the Butch. What's this person's name? Oh, we don't know. Wow, just wow, such magnificent, marvelous pigs. Wink wink. There's actually a secret behind the scenes info about Mother 3 that only pigs know. So, if you talk to all these pigs, they're gonna actually say they actually don't know anything, and that other pig is just talking out of its pig butt. That actually kind of reminds me of when I was, I don't know how old, I was in elementary school, and I remember this kid, he was an older kid, and I was younger, I was like in 2nd or 3rd grade, I think. and he was explaining to me, like, you know how, like, in the early days of the rumor, or the internet, like, mass rumors just flew out everywhere about video game secrets, because people weren't reliant on magazines as much anymore? Well, oh, hey, it's Fuel. Hey. So we should go say hi to Lighter real quick. He actually has a little bit of something to help us out here, and I'll finish what I was talking about in a bit here. I never thought I'd see you lose it like that. But if you start acting like that, what will happen to the two kiddos who rely on you? You know what's best. It's tough being a man. You no doubt Klaus is intent on avenging Hanawa. You'd better go after him and fast. I'll let you borrow this. You received a manly bandana. Don't worry. I washed it. It's clean. So it's actually an equipable that we can go ahead and put on here in place of our headband. It'll make us do more damage, but our defense will be lowered instead. But that's totally fine with me. I don't mind much. This part of the game isn't that hard. Are you looking for our boss? Last time I saw him, he was scuttling around. Yeah. So every time you talk to these two, they have some sort of pun or joke to tell. And it's part of their comedy routine, apparently. But, oh well. So, as I was saying, this kid was telling me, basically, about all these Pokemon rumors, and I was like, me being a noob, I believed him. And he was basically like, I'll tell you how to get... I called it Masingno, because I was young. Because I was young and couldn't pronounce anything, but... he was telling me how to get Masingo in, or Missing No in Pokemon. And he was like... This was like right when Pokemon came out, too. And they had this thing with Lunchables, where if you, like they had like little Pokemon, they weren't even Pokemon cards, they were like little Pokemon cutouts that you could cut out on the back of the Lunchable, and he wanted like a bunch of them in exchange for this information, and my little newbie butt went around asking people to like cut out the backs of their lunchboxes who didn't care about it, although I remember it being a little bit hard, because Pokemon was like blowing up during this period of time, but I got a bunch of them. I managed to get... I guess I felt like a bunch. I guess in reality it probably wasn't that many. And I gave them to him, and he told me how to do the Masingo thing. And I didn't believe him. I thought he was just yanking my chain. But I felt like I had got a pretty good deal, because I got to keep the star... Oh shit, I just skipped past plot. Whoops. Okay, so before I get ahead of myself here. We should toss out one of these nut breads. What Bronson was just telling us that I just skipped over because I was wrapped up in my own memory, is, remember that Drago Fang that was pierced through our wife's heart? He's actually about to give that back to us, and we can use it as a weapon. But it's not actually an equipable weapon, it's more like a key weapon that we'll use in a boss fight coming up. And I bet you can tell what's going to happen, but we'll see in a bit here. Yeah, so see, you can't equip it. It's not a equipable item. But anyway, I felt like I had gotten a pretty good deal from that kid, because I got to keep the Starmie and the Staryu cutouts that I wanted, because those were my initial favorite Pokemon. I really liked Starmie and Staryu. But that's that story. I always feel like a fucking awkward-ass nerd when I... when I start talking about my childhood on here, but I don't know really what else to talk about. So I hope y'all enjoy that kind of filler. I just remember being really awkward and southern and gay for most of my childhood. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, hey, it's a praying mantis. You encountered a praying mantis. So those are actually the weakest enemies in the game, even weaker than the enemies we fought during the forest fire. We, by now, should be able to one-shot them all the time. But we also gotta deal with these mice here. The mice are a little annoying, but they're really easy to sneak up on. I think they can eat cheese. I don't remember if these mice were the ones that could or not. And they also have a critical hit rate. the critical hit rate basically means that they have a chance to do extra damage to you, and it hurts a lot. But, it's not a 100% chance. Anyway, I actually should probably wrap up the video pretty soon, because we explored the village, even though I did a terrible job of explaining what the hell was going on in it. So I'm going to save now. But I just wanted y'all to be able to see what the village looked like, just because a lot of LPs, again, I've noticed, just kind of skip right past stuff and go directly after the plot, but, or just not, some people, I mean, a lot of people don't go straight for the plot. They do look for, like, items and stuff, but they don't explore the entire village. They just kind of get what they need out of it and then go. But I wanted y'all to see what it looked like. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.